welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Like and share the program on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. Let's keep sharing the program. Try and invite somebody to join us on this very quick broadcast. It's going to be a quick one. I'm not going to take much of your time. When you join, invite somebody to join. Don't watch alone. Invite somebody to join us. Invite your friends. Invite family members. Invite anyone that is close to you. Whoever you can be able to reach out to them so that they can join us on this very broadcast. We will not take much time. We are going to make it as quick as we can. We know that we have a lot of obstructions, and most times we don't have the audience that we're supposed to have. So I will not keep you waiting. I'm not going to take much of your time. I'll just try to make sure that the message is being passed. So wherever you are, just try and connect to us. Join us, like and share the program on your own platform. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that you can be able to reach. Just let them know we are around. You know, our notification is limited. They do not send our notification to viewers for a reason best known to them, because they want to stop us. But we cannot give up because of that. We will continue to preach the gospel and preach the message. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Today is Monday. We have come once again after a very successful sit at home that is still ongoing. I appreciate every Biafran that have participated today. Those who are participating today, I appreciate every Biafran, wherever you are. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect you. We must continue no matter what they do, no matter what they say. We must continue to push the truth. No matter how the politicians try to distract us, we will never be distracted. The more they try, the more they fail. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching, anywhere you are watching us from, I urge you to please do your own parts to invite somebody to join us. Do your own parts by inviting someone to join us. There is something every one of us can do. Invite somebody to join us. If you are watching from Facebook or you are watching us from YouTube, whichever area you are watching us from, try and invite somebody to join us. Because as I have always said, we are in a very critical time. We are in a very critical time, a time where you cannot afford to miss any information, a time when we cannot afford to overlook anything. Nothing must be overlooked at this point in time. You cannot overlook anything. It doesn't matter how little it is. Please share the program and click like and share the program. Very important, so that others can get the notification. At this point in time, we will not leave any stone unturned. So wherever you are watching, you must be very strong and you must play your own role. One of the things that is happening today that every one of us can see is the propaganda they are pushing. There is a plan to distract the Biafran people. There is a plan to truncate what the Biafrans are doing. Every one of us need to be awake. You don't need to fall asleep. This is the time for us to be much more serious than we have ever been. Whatever we have been doing in the past that brought us this far, we have to intensify and increase in it. I repeat this all the time. I'm repeating it because it is very, very important. Anything that we have done that have brought us this far, we must continue to do that. We must continue to do that. Because as it stands today, there is no place to hide. Our enemies can no longer hide anymore. Every one of you today, even if you have not known in the past, today, you can be able to tell what the plan of the enemies is against Mazin Nandekan, against the Biafran people. Their plan is no longer hidden. If they are genuine, they will not be doing what they are doing today. If they are genuine, they will not be pushing for a political solution where there is no problem. But anytime you see these politicians speaking in one voice, pursuing a particular agenda, just be very careful. Every one of us need to be careful. Anytime we see them marching on, go and check in the past. Anytime they have come together to hold a meeting, it is for evil purpose. Do not forget, if you can remember, anytime these politicians come together and hold meeting, it is always for evil purpose. Every one of us should be very, very careful. Don't get distracted. Do not get distracted. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, do not get distracted. We must focus on that freedom. That is the only thing that Mazin Nandekan desires, and that is what he needs. That is the only thing that can guarantee the safety of Mazin Nandekan. Only Biafra can guarantee his safety. Anything short of that is a deceit. And our Prime Minister have made it very clear that none of these men has the right to speak on our behalf. No politician anywhere has that right to speak on behalf of the Biafran people. We have already cast the vote of no confidence on these people. And our vote of no confidence stands. The Biafrans have made it clear that they have nothing to do with this set of people who are parading themselves as the representatives of Biafra. We know what representative means. Before somebody can be your representative, you must have to be appointed the person. Before somebody can stand and speak on your behalf, you must have to be permitted the person. In the case of all these people that are parading themselves today as politicians, claiming to be representing the South, none of them is representing, from the governors to their senators. They are on their own. And our Prime Minister have made it clear they should stay away from any negotiation that has to do with Biafra, including Mazin Nandekan. They should stay away from any negotiation that has to do with Biafra, including Mazin Nandekan. I have said this several times on my program, that you cannot separate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from Biafra. Any attempt to separate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to Biafra, it's going to be deadly. It means you don't know what you're doing. It means you have a secret agenda. These two things are one. These two things are one. You can't separate the freedom of Biafra from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And anybody that is telling you otherwise is not telling the truth. Anybody telling you otherwise is not telling the truth. So we must not pretend as if we don't know what is happening. We must not pretend. The freedom of Biafran people today lies in their own hand. The freedom of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu lies in our own hand. If we do not do what we are supposed to do, it is going to be very catastrophic. Wherever you are today as a Biafran, if you know that thing you have been doing that brought us this far, everyone that is in this struggle, anything you have been doing that brought us this far, you must have to increase it to power 10. We must have to increase our effort in all areas if we must win this battle. This is not a time to withdraw. It is not a time to say, okay, let us reduce the tempo. It is not a time to say, let us loosen it. And you don't have to loosen it. What you have to do today is to tighten it more. Whatever we are doing, we are supposed to tighten it and tighten it more and more. That is the only language the zoo understands. That is the only language they understand. And I thank you that the Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel Ekpa, is on top of the game. And he knows exactly what he's doing. He has told them to their face. And he has said it. None of them had that mandate to discuss anything for Biafra. And none of them should make any attempt to discuss anything on behalf of Biafra. If you go into such, you are doing it at your own risk. And anybody negotiating with these politicians in the name of Biafra is wasting time. The Biafran people have chosen those that will represent them. The mandate has been given to the Biafra Republic of Nigeria. And if anything has to be talked about or discussed, the government in exile will decide on that. Our Prime Minister have made it very, very clear. So whoever you are, parading yourself as a lawmaker, parading yourself as a governor, making a move to say you're going to negotiate for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that your deception have failed. We are very much awake. We have seen this kind of their gathering in the past. This is what they did in 2015. 2015, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Murtala Mohammed International Airport, after holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for a year plus almost 2 years, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was given some very horrible conditions of bail. And in that condition of bail, they allowed a senator to sign for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, something that is against the law. A senator has no place signing anything for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. A governor have no place signing anything for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is what their law says. If you're a serving government official, you cannot sign any surety for anybody in the law court. You are not permitted. You're not allowed. But they threw away that law because they wanted to cage Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They allowed a senator to sign. Today they are coming with this same idea again. When you are talking about negotiation and I ask, what crime has Mazen Nnamdi Kanu committed? What are you negotiating? We are here in this same country. People who did not go to the four wall of the court, who committed even worse sin than what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did. People who committed crime. They didn't even go to court and they were forgiven. People that committed crime. But a man that has not committed any crime, a person that their own court said he is innocent, somebody whom the court have declared innocent, and yet Some people are going to negotiate. What are you negotiating? The only thing you have to demand is the release of Mazen Nandekan and let them set him free. The same way they release other people that release. When the rest of people who released, were you there? Was any discussion made? Did you hear anything on the radio, on the video, on television, where people were gathering to hold a meeting? Did you hear anywhere where they say people gathered and they were holding a meeting? Did you hear any such? But of course, because it has to do with Biafrans, everything that has to do with Biafran people is just a different case altogether. It is always treated differently. And that is why we cannot be part of this zoo. It does not matter what they think or what they do. We can never be part of this madness. We have tried and we have come a very, very long way. We cannot continue to pretend that all is well when everything is wrong. Every single thing you can think about is wrong. Today you hear them shouting, everybody shouting, release Mazen Nandekan. And I have said it, it's not from their heart. So many of them are just saying it because they want to say it. And the most important part is that whenever they say, just wait, they have ulterior motive. Whenever you see the politicians speaking in one voice, whenever you see politicians gather and speak in one voice, beware. Beware, there is danger somewhere, there is danger. There is danger. You don't go and relax. Don't go and relax and say, after all, they are already calling for Mazen Nandekan release. This is the kind of meeting they had and they brought Python dance. The same kind of meeting they held, after holding that meeting, they sent a suicide bomber to our Prime Minister. The same kind of meeting they hold, after holding it, they go and wipe away Biafra land. The same kind of meeting they hold, after holding it, they will go and invite terrorists in uniform. They are holding meeting again. And the sensible person will now believe them. You that need to be sensible, you believe them. Every one of us individually must wake up now. We must not listen to this blackmail. It does not matter who pushes the blackmail. We must not listen to it. Every one of us should wake up. If you do not wake up now, I'm not sure you're going to wake up anymore. At this point in time, if you don't wake up, I am not sure you're going to wake up again. We have come a long way. Chukwu Okike Abiama, in his infinite mercy, has made it possible for us to be alive up to today. And for the fact that we are alive up to today, we need to thank Chukwu Okike Abiama. And we have to do everything that we can to keep ourselves safe. Our freedom is in our hand. Everything we desire today is in our own hand. If we will achieve it, it's in our hand. If we will not achieve it, it's in our hand. As I have always said, nobody is going to give you Biafra. You need to fight for it and get it. Nobody is going to dash you Biafra in a platter of gold. You must. It is a must that you have to fight for it and get it. We are lucky that we have a man today who is committed. We are lucky we have a man who is ready to pilot the affair. Excuse me. It is left for us to do our own part. Chukwu Okike Abiama today is using our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa to clear the roads, to remove every obstacles and hurdles. What about you, the ordinary people? What are you thinking? What are you doing? How prepared are you? Every one of us must be very, very careful. We must be very, very careful and prepared at all times. Because these people do not mean well for us. The gathering of these governors does not mean well for us. And I'm saying it because we have seen it several occasions. We have seen it in several occasions. We have seen them where they come up with one flimsy excuse or one flimsy ideas. We have seen them sell out again and again. So on what basis are we going to believe this? On what basis are you going to lose your guard and say your governor or your lawmaker is there for you? They are never there for us. They have never been, and they will not start today. These people has always been there for their own personal and selfish interests. The lawmakers has always been there for their own personal and selfish interests. And we have to wake up. We have to wake up. And stop waiting for these people. Stop listening to them. Stop expecting them to do anything for us. The Biafran people today have a government. And the government of Biafra is equal to the task. It is because of Mazi Simon Ekpa, because of the government of Biafra, that is why they are doing what they are doing today. It is because of the pressure coming from the Biafra Republic of Nigeria under the command of our Prime Minister. That is why today they can't hold it anymore. They are shouting and crying. You think that the report they are doing is because of you? When they call for the release of Mazi Nakan, do you think that is out of love? So many of them, it is not out of love. They are not calling for the release of Mazi Nakan out of love for him. Because if they had love for Mazi Nakan, there is no way they will leave him to be there up to a year. There is no way they will not be angry and revolt for his unconditional detention, even when the court have said, let him go. United Nations said, let him go. And they continue to hold him. They continue to hold an innocent man who has not done anything bad anyway. And now they expect us not to talk. They expect us to fold our hands and pretend all is well. Whatever seed you have sowed, you're going to reap. Every one of you today that is supporting evil, every one of you that is supporting evil in one way or the other, you are going to reap what you sow. You are going to reap what you sow. Because as it stands today, there is no criminality that you perform that Biafrans are not aware. In this new dimension under our Prime Minister, every of your criminality is in the open. Every politician in Biafra land, your criminality is in the open. You can't hide it anymore. You cannot hide it. If you like, run to Abuja. Run to Abuja and stay. But you cannot have it free. For every one of you who have come together to destabilize Biafra land, you are going to get it hot. It will not dwell with you. Every one of you that has come to destabilize Biafra land, it will not dwell with you. One of the most peaceful places in that contraction. Out of your wickedness, you push in your terrorists and they destabilize everywhere. You destroy the Southeast. Southeast is no longer what it used to be. And after you doing that, now you are coming back to blame the people who are protecting the land. You are coming back to blame the people who are legitimately and sincerely protecting the land. And you expect me to keep quiet. We will never keep silent. We will never keep, it doesn't matter how you do it, we will not keep silent. We will continue to talk until that time is come. We will continue to speak until that time comes. And the time is fast approaching. December 2nd is fast approaching. I pray that every one of you will continue to hold on to what is right. Every manipulation of these politicians can never stand. They are already manipulating. They are already manipulating, pushing their propaganda and blackmail. And when you hear them speak in the media, you think they are sincere. None of them is sincere. If they are sincere, they will not wait up to 3 good years before calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you are serious, you cannot wait up to 3 years. 3 years. You know what 3 years is? Holding a man 3 years. And for that 3 years, he has been wearing only one cloth. He has been wearing one cloth for 3 years now. For 3 years. He didn't bother you. He didn't touch you. He entered there, he worked the first month, from month to 1 year, from year to 2 years, from 2 years to 3 good years. Only after 3 good days, you begin to pick up your voice, because the Biafrans have refused to let go. The Biafrans have refused to leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone. The Biafrans have said wherever he goes down, every one of us will go down. That's his word today. He's still alive. Some of you don't know the kind of risk that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have taken. The tough process he has passed. The very difficult decision that he has taken in the past. But I thank you that everything is coming to an end. We will continue to do everything humanly possible to see that things get better. You should not get distracted. Don't get confused. Don't get dragged. Don't join the blackmailers and the draggers. Don't follow them. In this platform, we say it the way it is. We don't try to entice somebody to join us or try to. No. When we see the truth, we speak the truth. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of us. I want you to know that it is going to be tougher. And it's going to get tougher than you can ever imagine. This is the time for you to begin to prepare yourself as a Biafran. You can equally use this sit at home to prepare yourself for what is coming. You can use the sit at home to prepare yourself. Some of us will not know. But some of them who have the inner eyes will know what I'm saying. That in a very near future, it is going to be a different ballgame. It's going to be a different ballgame. So for every one of you who is still on this struggle, you are alive and you are in this very restoration of Biafra. At this moment, you are in it. You have every cause to glorify Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Don't exercise any fear. Continue to be consistent. Continue to be consistent in anything you are doing. Do not allow the enemy to overtake you. They will come in diverse ways. They will come with their trick. They will come with their deceptions, which we know that is what the zoo is master at. The zoo is very good at deception. They have done it in the past. They will do it again, and they will continue to do it. So it does not matter what you think or how you think it or whatever, they will continue to do their evil. But we will not allow them to flourish. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, you must not look at any other place. No matter the news you hear, no matter the propaganda you hear, the only thing that's going to save Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and save all the Biafrans is the independent state of Biafra. Have it at the back of your mind. If you know any support you can give in this restoration of Biafra, continue to give that support. Any support you want to give, just keep on giving that support for the restoration of Biafra. This is not the time to go back. It is time to put in all your effort. Put in all, I say all your effort Because if we do not take this radical action, it is going to be tough. You know the people we are dealing with. You know the monsters we are dealing with. And for us to knock them out, there are certain disciplines we must have. Chukwu Okikabiyama have given us assignments. And I believe that every one of us is still keen on that assignment. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect all of us. Whatever thing the politicians are going to throw at you, you must be strong. Whatever strategy they are going to use to come, you must be strong. Don't fall to their trick. Do not fall to their propaganda. You know they will never listen. Do not fall into their propaganda. Every one of us must be ready. It is going to be tough, but at the end of it, we are going to conquer. Today, revelations are coming. People who do not understand before are not going to understand. When I watch one video, I watch the video I played in the morning. When you watch that video critically, that is where you know that these politicians, they all know what is right, but they have refused to do the right thing. I don't know why. Every single politician in Biafra land, these are men who knows the right thing. They cannot deny of what is happening in Biafra land. They can't deny it. They cannot pretend on what is happening in Biafra land. The insecurity in Biafra land today that they are all blaming on Mazi Simon Ekpa is created by the Nigerian government itself. They are the one that created insecurity. And by the way, our parents have challenged them before to give 1 week, remove all their military from Biafra territory, give 1 week and see if you will find any insecurity in Biafra land. But what do? They empower Boko Haram, they empower the herdsmen, and they push the military back to Biafra land to engage in their so-called asymmetric warfare. And they think we can run away from our land. We will not run away from our land. We will not run away from land. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. We will not run away from our land. The land of Biafra belongs to us. It does not belong to any other person. And we are not fighting to take land from anybody. If there is a tribe that did not fight any war to occupy people's place, it is the Biafran people, the Igbo Biafran men especially. They did not conquer anybody. They never fought to conquer anybody. Every other people fought. North has been conquered already by the Fulanis. Southwest fought their own war, and they conquered people. In Biafra land, we have smaller dialects there and regions, small nations, but you can never see any move of going straight. You want to go and take over? No. The nature of Biafra is that everybody must be free. Everybody must be free. But they are denying us our freedom because we are asking for our legitimate rights, the right to be free, the right to make our decision. They say we don't have the right. They just say that we don't have rights. And they go on perpetrating different kinds of evil, pushing different kinds of falsehood against us. They continue to make evil campaign against the children of Chukwu Okikabiyama. And you think they will be free. They will never, ever be free. Never. No matter what they do, no matter how they try, they will never succeed. We have already assured our life in the hand of Chukwu Okikabiyama, and we are going according to the law. obeying every word Chukwuka gave to us. We are not occupying forces. We are only defending our territory and protecting our lives and property. The Biafra Republic of Nigeria, under our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, is only following instruction, following the legal means, representing the Biafrans the way he's supposed to. I want to say it and say it here and then, very, very clear for those who did not hear it initially. The politicians have lost legitimacy in Biafran territory. The Biafran people have gathered together and they cast the vote of no confidence on these politicians from A to Z. So therefore, none of them is qualified to negotiate for anything, either on behalf of Biafra or on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi. They don't have that right. They do not have right to enter into any negotiation. And any negotiation they enter into, it is for them, not for us. We don't give a damn about them. Any useless negotiation they make can never stand for Biafra. Nor for Mazi Nnamdi. They have played this game before. And that is one thing with Zoo. The Zulunated Republic is not difficult to understand. The problem is that when you are not paying attention to events, that is when they will be succeeding with their evil. But when you are paying attention to events that happened in the past, you will now understand what we are saying and why we are doing what we are doing. The zoo is irredeemable. It does not matter how you try to paint it. You can try and deceive everybody. But I tell you, in the midst of that deception, truth will always come out. The truth will always be on the earth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it long time ago, that it is either Biafra or that. When he was interviewed, he said it in ABC. He said, it's either I get Biafra or I die fighting for it. So anybody that is coming out to parade him or herself as a spokesperson for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or saying you're negotiating for it, negotiate what? That is the question. The question every Biafra should be asking is, what are you negotiating? Why didn't we hear about negotiation when the Boko Haram members were released? Why didn't we hear about negotiation when the leader of the Miyetti Allah was released? Why didn't we hear on news and negotiation when the case of Sunday Igboho was thrown out, even without going to the court? The case of Igboho was thrown out even without going to the court. Showore case has been thrown off also. Why is the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu different? And in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why it is annoying is that it is not just that it's their own court have said, let this man go. So if there is anybody that is supposed to enjoy freedom, it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If there were to be anybody that had to be free, it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If there were to be anybody at all that we enjoy an atom of freedom, it was supposed to be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because their own court have said this man is innocent. So when we are speaking in this manner, when we are saying there's nobody should go and negotiate, it is not just because we want to talk. It is based on facts. What are you negotiating with a man that has not committed any crime, that the court of that same land have said that none of them had the right to try him? In fact, they told them to pay him compensation. Yet all these things are ignored. All these things are ignored. For the past 3 years, these people that are shouting on different places now, where we are there? For the past 3 years, where they were? Every one of them was focusing on Mazi Simon Ekpa, attacking him. They were attacking Mazi Simon Ekpa. And today, when you see them gathering, the attack is still on Mazi Simon Ekpa. The massive call you are hearing today, oh, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is still from It is targeted as Mazi Simon Ekpa. Their target is Mazi, but Chukwu Okeke will disappoint all of them. Their target is to kidnap Mazi Simon Ekpa or to assassinate Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is their target. Anytime you see these people gathering, you need to be very careful. Every one of us. Anytime we see these people speaking in one voice, politicians speaking in one voice, anytime, either by mistake or you see them speaking in one voice, something is about to happen. They are cooking something. I just saw a video that one idiot that called himself a prophet made. One clown who called himself a prophet, those are Fonja, came out and made a video. And in the video, he's saying that they should not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that if they want to do Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Mazi Simon Ekpa must be brought back home. That Mazi Simon Ekpa must be taken down. He was saying that Mazi Simon Ekpa, they must provide Mazi Simon Ekpa before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released. That idiot called himself a prophet. Somebody who called himself, he said that they should bring Mazi Simon Ekpa back before they release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They should use Mazi Simon Ekpa in exchange for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when you are hearing this word, they begin to reveal their plans gradually. Because you know the zoo, it is through the mouth of all these idiots that call themselves prophet. That is how they reveal some of their secrets. When they want to weigh the attitude of the crowd, they want to weigh the views of the people. They push them to come and say one thing or the other to know how we are going to react. But let me tell you, we can't make that mistake twice. And I know my prime minister, he is very much awake. I'm not scared. I'm not scared if anything will happen to him. I'm not scared at all. I'm not scared because I know Mazi Simon Ekpa is not taking any chances. He learns from the masters. He learns from people who knows what it takes to fight for freedom. No matter what you do today, you can't get him. Keep on trying. Keep on trying. Our date is coming very soon. And that is one of the things that is frightening them. When they remember that December is fast approaching, they are frightened. You know, they called him a small boy. They were there. The small boy outsmarted them and conducted self-referendum that gained almost 50 million votes. The small boy outsmarted them and conducted a self-referendum that won almost 50 million votes. And yet you call him a small boy. Finally today, that same small boy have announced to you that he's going to conduct a referendum on which we are the result of he's going to conduct a convention. Convention have been staged to happen in Finland. And in that very convention that will take place November, December, the final result of the self-referendum will be called. After that final result, on the 2nd of December, the declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra will be made. After the declaration, Biafra land will be defended in all fronts. You can take it to the bank. It is not a propaganda. It is not a blackmail. It is not to make you scared, but a reality that you will see with your own eyes. Biafran territory will be defended. That is why today, every Biafran must tighten up their belt. Support your liberation army. You can do it. You can do it. Nobody is sponsoring the freedom of Biafra. It is you and I. And we will sponsor it until we get our freedom. We must be free. Nobody is sponsoring it. With the little support that is coming, with the little finance that Biafrans are contributing, you can see how far we have gone. The Azul terrorist military cannot even dare go close to the Liberation Army. Even with their Tekone jet and all whatnot, they have failed. They have failed and they will continue to fail. But it is going to be much more tough after the declaration. After the declaration, every Biafran, tighten up your belt. More especially people in Biafra land. Tighten up your belt. Because a lot is going to happen. They are going to come over. They will not go without a fight. They will not go with it, but you must be prepared. You see what you are seeing today. Oh, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released. Don't be deceived with that call. Do not be deceived with those statements. Don't be deceived with it. If you know anything you have been doing to support Biafra that brought us this far, continue to do it. Civil disobedience, continue on that civil, even increase it to the highest level. If you have not been joining the civil disobedience, this is time to join it. It is now. If you have not been contributing, this is time to contribute. If you have not been praying for Biafra, this is the time to pray and add fasting to your prayer. Whatever you are doing, increase that force to times 10, times 100, if possible to the highest level. That is the only way we can be able to get what we want. That is the only way Mazen Nandekan can secure a genuine freedom. If you want Mazen Nandekan to be free, if you want him to be free, his freedom is in your hand. It is in my hand. His freedom is not in the hand of the politician, not in the hand of Tinubu, not in the hand of any other person, either the judge or the lawyer. It is in your hand. The pressure you have placed on them is what is making them to cry today, shout, release Mazen Nandekan, release Mazen Nandekan. So many of them that are talking about that release are not saying it genuinely because they have a secret agenda. They have an evil agenda to distract us from the restoration of Biafra, to distract us from the declaration of the restoration of Biafra, December. That is the target, because they know that the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic cannot be stopped, and he will, as he has said that he will declare, and he's going to declare. He is going to make the declaration. They know very well that he do it. The Biafra Republic Government in Exile lobbyists are aware, and they are in alert. As we speak, the lobbying is going on in DC for the Biafran people. So many underground meetings are going on. Diplomatic meetings are going on. And they are aware. They have their insiders. They have their informants. The same way we have our informants who tells us about them. They have informants that tells them about us. So anytime you see them make any major move and begin to shout and cry, they have heard something, they have seen something coming. And they are going to do everything humanly possible to stop it. That is why you see the kind of thing you are seeing today. The kind of call you are seeing today is not ordinary. This is your call and cry is not ordinary. It is because they have seen what is coming. But I bet you, they can never stop what is coming. They can't stop it. It is too late. Just like Mazen Nandekan said. When they asked Mazen Nandekan, in an interview in that same zoo, he told them it is too late. Many people's lives have been lost. And I ask people, if Mazen Nandekan could say in 2017, 18, that it is too late, that many lives have been lost, what do you think he will be saying now? Now that he has lost everything, comrades have been lost, his own parents also, their life gone. What do you think he will be his mind? What do you think he will be saying? That is why I tell you that you must not believe any nonsense you are hearing from these criminals. We must secure and save Mazen Nandekan from their hand. And that is why our Prime Minister is saying that none of them have the right to negotiate anything, either on behalf of Biafra or on behalf of Mazen Nandekan, because they are not sincere. We forget so easily. I urge everyone to go and check the brokers that Mazen Nandekan made about his release in 2015. I am going to search for that program and share it again. Go and check for that program that Mazen Nandekan made about his release. Both the person that signed it, why he signed it, and why they gave him such kind of bail condition. It was intentional to cage him. Today again, the same idiots are coming with the same method, and he wants us to fold our hands so that they can do the same thing they did. They will bring another python dance to decide to take his life. We will not allow that to happen. We will not allow anybody to play with the life of our Supreme Mazen Nandekan. My fellow Biafrans, we must be at alert. It is either Biafra or Biafra. There is no going back. I thank every one of you that have participated on today's Sit at Home. As many as have participated today, may Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect every one of you. I thank everyone who have played one role or the other on the Sit at Home today that made it a success. We must continue to do and add more until our freedom comes. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect all of us as Biafrans. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect the Biafran Liberation Army, the resistant fighters, the strike force. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect the federal government in homeland and every member of the cabinet of Biafra to go inside. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect all our media warriors. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. No evil shall befall you. No evil shall befall you. No evil shall befall you. You will never dash your foot against a stone. Any trap they set for you will catch them. They will be disgraced before you. They will be disgraced. May Chukwu Okike grant you more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding wherever you are. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect Mazi Nnamdi. Give him good health. Give him strength and power to stand on, to hang on until we defeat the enemy. May Chukwu Okike give Mazi Nnamdi revelations, strength, wisdom, knowledge, understanding to continue to hold on to it until we are completely free. His freedom will be guaranteed. Thank you so much for watching this program. I appreciate you, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. If you have time, join me again tomorrow morning on the morning broadcast. That is the place you can enter the program and interact with me. Evening program, people do not come in, but in the morning program, you can come in and exchange views. You can come in and make your arguments. You can come in and say your prayers. So try and join us on the morning section on YouTube. For those of us who are watching on Facebook, you can join on Facebook. Where you can join, if you want to join us, is on YouTube. You can be able to come inside the studio and you speak, make your opinion known. Thank you so much, and I will see you again tomorrow. Biafran government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move airborne